You know, many of us today are eager to get back to our fast-paced way of doing things, going here and there and shopping everywhere, and not particularly having a care, not even for our fellow man. But this really has been taking us backwards. You know, the God of all creation, through this time has been trying to get our attention. And we have to wonder, have we really given thought to our ways? To how we have ignored the one who put the sun in the skies, the one who spoke and said for the trees to grow, the one who spoke and oceans and lakes and rivers and ponds came forth. Have we considered how he thinks about the way in which we acknowledge or how we fail to acknowledge him? Now, don't get me wrong, I do get it. We spent our time at Christian concerts, in church, and perhaps even at conventions, giving our all, lifting up holy hands to our God, and putting our trust in the promises that we heard that our God can perform. But perhaps God is saying, you've been moving fast for too long. Even in your church going and all of the things that you've been doing. And I want you to take some time to reflect now and see how to slow it down and do more of this. Because one day your child is going to face some troubles when they're going to need to do a whole lot more of this. So, we find ourselves traveling on a road where we've never traveled before, going to a place that we've never gone before. Seems like there's not as many going in the same direction that we're going in. But somehow, we put our trust in God. Perhaps it's because he said to put our trust in him. Why? Because when I look at the skyscraper compared to the ocean, I look and I see the boundary of the beach that God has put in place. And I come to realize that he is powerful in his majesty. He is wonderful and amazing. And he is the one who's watching over us. He is the one who has put the clouds in the sky and can call for the storm to cease. He is the God who has caused us to pause so that we can get back to being what a family is supposed to be about. So that we can have meals and conversations together, especially those that are about him. So that we can cultivate relationships. So that we can see our sons grow into who it is that he would have for them to be. So that our relationships can be built up and become vibrant. And so that those little ones who watch us so closely can learn to put their trust in the voices of those who love them. God is calling for us to come back to a place where we show his heart and we care for one another. And we help each other across the tough places of life. A place that we can get back to worshiping him with our hands held high, giving him the praise that is due his name. Because after all, it is him who causes the sun to rise on the just and the unjust. We're looking for a new sunrise upon our neighborhoods and upon every house, upon every home, that our houses will once again become houses of worship, places of love, places where God is given the glory and he causes his sun to rise upon his people.